I'm gonna say a few words, because you got, more contact than I have.
All right, we are live here at Grace Beyond Borders. We are here with Marcus Martin, Executive Director, and some special folks from Kawann Short Charities. As we are in the season of Thanksgiving, there has been some giving taking place today. Mr. Martin, take it away and tell everybody what's going on here at Grace Beyond Borders today.
Oh, I've been super, super thankful what Kawann Short Charity is doing today and providing these awesome Thanksgiving meals for families here East Chicago, and there are some from Gary and Hammond. But this really the heart of Kawann Short, former NFL football player from East Chicago.
Woo!
I learned this nickname was KK, and many people know him through that. Mm-hmm. And we're super excited, and we have some special guests here today. Shall I introduce one of the roommates of Kawann, KK Short? Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Albert Evans. I'm the president of Kawann Short Charities. Me and KK go back to high school before playing football together at Purdue, and we were roommates. And then we started the charity together. We do things in Lake County, Indiana, as well as in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is one of the charities or shelters that we work with. In Charlotte, we do some things with some other shelters and a lot of youth projects. Every summer, we have a free STEM and youth football camp for the kids every summer. We do things around Thanksgiving. We do things around Christmas here in Lake County and in Charlotte. So we just try to do things in the communities that supported KK over his childhood growing up as well as his NFL career. So this is our 5th year partnering here with the Thanksgiving meals, and then we look forward to the winter again working with the women to provide those pajamas and things that they might need.
Yes.
Mr. Martin, we're 5 years in. And we have a special guest who has joined us, who has a special message for Kawann. Who might that be, Mr. Martin?
Well, Helen here, definitely.
I used to be a para-sub teacher for him at the high school for all 4 years. KK was a very kind person. He always helped. He always had a smile on his face. He worked very hard. No matter how hard it was, he tried. But I remember one time he came in class and he gave me a kiss on my hand. He said, "Good morning, miss." And everybody's like, "Why are you doing that to Miss Helen?" But that was the kind of person he was. He was always there helpful and worked very hard all 4 years. And I'm proud. He deserves where he got and what he had.
What kind of student was he, Miss Helen?
He was a very hardworking person. very hardworking person, yes. And he helped others.
And that went over into his athletic career as being a member of the East Chicago Central basketball team, state championship team in Indiana.
Okay.
And then went on to Purdue. And so that takes dedication and hard work, but it's that heart. And she mentioned about the kind
nice morning.
Morning he came in and kissed you in the hand because he appreciated you so much. Yeah. But that's the kind of compassion that he's throwing out even now by doing what he's doing here today to make sure that people don't miss a meal. Have something of quality for the holiday and the next day.
So how many families are we feeding today? Thank you, Miss Helen. I know you are busy. Yes. Got some errands to run, but happy Thanksgiving from Grace.
Thank you, KK, and everybody in the community. Thanks.
Well, when you look at it, the number-wise, we're feeding close to 100 people.
Really?
Yes. So you kind of, a family consists of not just one person.
Yes.
So we're feeding close, to 100 people when we count everybody that's going to be around the table with the Kawann Short Charity meal tomorrow.
Coach Albert, what led you to be the leader of the charity? I know that you all are friends, but this is something that comes from the heart.
Right. So I do a lot of community work. So I'm from Gary, Indiana, born and raised over in Edna. So I do a lot of community stuff like that way, and I've just always been kind of that way and that point person. So when he decided to get into like the charity, like I was one of the first that he contacted about kind of manning the fort, especially still being local. Yeah, it's just like you said, it's in the heart, and it goes aligned with like things I want to do in life. So it was a perfect fit for it.
Mr. Martin, you just finished praying, and you prayed over the Crown Point Bulldogs. Why is that?
Well, I just heard today they're moving on to state championship game. So we're super excited to meet their coach here for the Crown Point football team. And so, yes, we want to support them as they represent Northwest Indiana.
That is awesome, Coach Albert. Yes. And last but not least, Mr. Martin, the mission continues. The giving is of urgency, not only in Thanksgiving times, but 365. I just need you to tell everybody how they can make a difference in their gift to Grace Beyond Borders.
Yes, we have a campaign. We kicked off a campaign earlier, and that we looked at what happens when you skip a meal and you take those dollars to feed someone else. Mm-hmm. And we invited people during the National Hunger and Homeless Week from the 13th to the 21st, 9 days, to skip.
We don't have to stop on the 21st, right?
No.
We can keep skipping.
I started my first 9 days. I counted out how much I would have spent on some meals, and so I donated that. So I kicked it off, and more donations are coming in, even monthly. Some
you
people
like
are giving
lobster
monthly.
And stuff, so you made a big donation, right?
No, I don't eat like that every day, but I had to have a price on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches too, so I'm going to skip that. But each person, we're just inviting people, skip a meal. Donate that so somebody else can have a meal. We run into homelessness all the time because we're on the streets. Mm-hmm. And the saddest thing to see a person sitting on the sidewalk on the street. That's one of the things that most people that pass by, but Grace Beyond Borders, we're going to stop. We're going to check in and see what's going on with that person and see how we can help. Yeah. So these are the things that we do. So when you skip a meal, it's to help somebody else make sure that they get the care. So the first thing we do when we go on the streets is make sure, have you eaten today? Have you had something to eat? And we make sure we take care of that, and as we move forward to take care of other needs that they may have.
So how can we give?
Well, the easiest way is text the word GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 219-312-2083. That's 219-312-2083. And there, follow the prompt, and you can donate there. Some people like the Zelle. They like to use Zelle, so I don't argue that. And they can Zelle to 219-712-5192. They just put that in their Zelle, 219-712-5192. And for old school, they like to send a check, money orders. We also make sure we cover everybody, and we make sure that they're able to send to Post Office Box 927, Grace Beyond Borders, Post Office Box 927, East Chicago, Indiana, 46312. And for all the techies, they like to go online and do their donations where we get through PayPal. So go to gracebeyondborders.org. Don't forget the ORG at the end. We don't want it to go in the wrong direction. So Grace Beyond Borders, that's a plural, borders.org. And then follow the donation prompt and send a donation in.
Last thing for everybody, can we all say thank you, KK, on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, KK.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.